Hi, this is a foreigner in the Philippines. Welcome. Good evening. Every so often we meet someone. You can see I've got my glasses on. Yes, I'm going to read. And we meet someone who really jumps in and starts to get involved in the projects that we're at, and we reach a personal friendship understanding with those people. There's a great deal of trust and well, understanding, and it is because they are touched by what they see, and that has always been the way that we have operated, is that we've simply told the story. As soon as our mission really got underway, our MO, or method of operation, actually evolved very, very quickly. The focus is that when Beth and I are going around on our travels and we see a need, we just get out and we take a video and we talk to the people and we show what that need is. Now, recently, the most impromptu, spontaneous one that we did was the skeleton house, and we went in and we spoke to the people that were in the skeleton house. We call it the skeleton house because it was bare bones. That's all that was there, just a frame. And we found out that there were a lot of children. Now, that's the key for us. If we don't go around looking at bachelor couples who can get out and hopefully can make their own way. But if we see someone who is in a family with a lot of children, well, this particular family had 9 children, but 2 had died. So they'd lost 2 kids, and they still had 7. All beautiful kids, you know, and just break your heart. So we told their story. We gave it an emotive name, the Skeleton House. And then we said that what we wanted to do was just provide the bamboo cladding that goes on the outside of the house, so that it's not a skeleton anymore. Now, we expanded that to a little bit of block work and some concreting for the floor. The man himself worked on it, and I think his father-in-law, and we brought that together very, very quickly by sending along a team with Pastor Gilbert to help them to get the job done. They didn't take liberties. They made do where they could. They did it as if they were paying for it themselves, and they were very careful, very economical, and we were able to make a great deal of difference. Well, how did we do that? We just put the story onto our channel, and somebody came through and said, I want to help there. Now, here's the key. You help, and then when you help, you actually see something happen, and you see the finished job. In other words, the target is there. You set the target. This is what we want to do. It's a skeleton house. We want to clad it. And I don't know, 10 days, 2 weeks later, after that gift was given, that house was clad. It was a done deal, and the person who was generous enough to make that commitment on paying for that saw the results of his good deed. So here's a lady that has given money to support various things that have touched her heart. She's seen the story. She's seen the story. She's seen the video. She knows what was happening, and she's given generously. Now, is this a rich lady? Not at all. This is someone who works hard for a living and just wants to help. So I'm going to read. I'll leave out personal details, so I'll slightly edit as I go along, but I'll just show you the letter that I got today, which not today, let me see, Actually, it might have well have been today. But anyway, the lady's name, which she doesn't mind, she actually suggests that we say, is Josie Manning. Miss Josie, thank you so much for what you do. It is incredible. So, here's your letter, which I don't think that you will mind me reading. Good morning, Terence and Beth. $500. Tracking number. Right. I hope that this is a help for the #1 rag house. Beth, when I shared the video on Facebook with those children, a few of my friends seen it and replied to me that they admired what you guys did and also what I did, what I contributed, and they were really impressed, and they want to contribute too. They want to help. They want to contribute what they can afford. Now, Josie then suggests if you mention my name the next time, you can say Josie Manning in Phoenix, Arizona. Therefore, we can spread the word of helping hands, I would say. Because right now, after they find out what I did, they started giving clothes. And maybe I can collect some money from our Bible study on every Friday. You can see what happens when somebody gets inspired to help. When they get inspired to help, they start to see that it doesn't have to be $1 million, although what Josie gave there of $500 will actually almost complete the rag house that we are now working on. So that was an incredible sacrifice on her part. She doesn't have a huge high-paying job. She's a working lady and is just giving with an open heart. She says, so maybe I can collect some money from our Bible study every Friday. I told them to send directly to you, but now I think if they don't give much and they have to pay a $10 fee, it would be better if I keep it until I build enough to send to you. Thank you guys. God bless. See, so now there's a small circle of friends who, even giving small amounts, will be able to produce some incredible change. And this is what happens when people are inspired by what they see happening. And that's always been the way that we've worked. We've made the changes that we felt that we could make with what we have. And then people have seen, well, I could do this. Like with Josie. Josie said, I wanted to see that, which she mentioned in a letter there, when her friends saw what happened with the children. Well, what happened with the children was we took them round and we bought them some clothes, and we took them and they had a meal in a restaurant. Something that people out there in the West take for granted every day. Even a trip to McDonald's. Even a trip to McDonald's we make into an adventure, because if it's a first-time experience, it is an adventure for a small child. For a small child who has never been in a store, standing right at the first step of a moving escalator is an adventure. And that was wonderful. I stood there when we took those kids around and we took them to Alturas, and finally the upstairs, the going up escalator was working, which normally it's not, and the kids' faces as they watched that staircase keep coming out of nowhere, it seems, to their small childish mind, was just wonderful. So that's why we video what we do, and it should inspire in everyone a way in which they can help. Now, do they have to help us to do what we do? Does it have to be the Philippines? No, not at all. you who may be watching this now and wondering, well, how can I help? Well, we did have one person who asked, how can I help? And I sent them a detailed letter, and they said, no, I don't think that would work in our area. So don't give up. There will be a way in which you can help in your area. It might be something very, very simple. It might be something simple as taking, I don't know, taking some kids round to an old people's home. Old people who often get abandoned in these old seniors facilities. And I don't know, I always used to see how even if someone with a dog takes a friendly dog around, and those old people get to see and pet a friendly dog, something that they don't get to do. What about kids? What about kids just going in and just being kids? Why would that not be even better than a dog? For me, even better than a dog. So why not take a freezer, a cooler, I should say, a cooler with some ice cream in it, and take that and everybody have ice cream at the old folks' home, and kids are there, and kids do what they do. They have fun. They enjoy life because life is unfolding for them. And so there's all kinds of stuff that you can do. And if I'm talking now to Josie's Bible study group, you know, there's a church there which needs to be finished. And with an exchange rate of 50 pesos to the dollar, even a few dollars sent to that church would actually create a huge change. Well, why would you want to help to build a church? Well, this is not just a church. It's not just one where people go and kneel and pray every Sunday and then go home and behave as they always do. This is the center of a community. This is where children are going to go on Sunday, as you will see if you follow these videos. They're going to go and they're going to have ice cream. What's so great about that? Well, they don't get ice cream in their normal life, in their tiny dirt floor houses. And when they go and they get free ice cream, this is a great adventure. So, you can do stuff like that. You can buy a few building blocks. You can help to put a roof on the second half of that church. And you could do that for a very few, relatively few dollars. Barely more than that you might be expected to pay on a good repair on your car. In some cases, going in, you would spend quite a few $100s just having your car serviced. And here, you could use a sum like that to change a child's life. Think about that. So, I'm leaving you with that thought. Once again, Josie, thank you so much. This is a foreigner in the Philippines. Bye for now.